Candy-coated chocolate candy.
Yeah, but why would you coat your neighbor?
I mean, depends what candy looks like.
All right, so welcome to the Average Adventuring Party podcast, where we talk about coating our neighbor candy and chocolate.
I've changed my superpowers.
You like pastel colors?
I'm like Sir Patrick Stewart in that one thing where no matter how he saves people, all the women lose their clothes, and then they get coated in chocolate.
No, I can go there.
Not a euphemism.
Thank you. So, what happened on our last thrilling adventure?
We got to Environ. It was on fire.
You said Enron?
There was a
Less evil.
chinchilla and a dolphin-themed superhero who were attacking it. And they were trying to steal something from it. We managed to save all the scientists trapped in the building, put out the fire, and while Kiki and Crystal, the dolphin and chinchilla, got away, we did manage to take back what they were trying to steal. So
Yes,
they weren't
you did.
able to take it.
What I'm hearing is that we prevented a hostile work environment.
Yes, you did. All right, so we come back to this episode and we find Psych Out lying in the middle of the road with blood running from his nose. There is Damien smoking in a smoking building, which he totally didn't start this time, so that's a good start. And then we have Marisol, who has tumbled in the middle of the road while trying to chase down our villains. And we have...
I'll give it to you, that's only fine. No, seriously.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Go ahead. I know this is a new episode, but go ahead and start with the resolve for that end. And we also have our resident vampire who just had helped the entire team of firefighters in her hole.
Yeah, they sprayed all in that hole.
It was a portal,
Yeah,
not just a hole.
You can call it whatever you want.
The Stargate.
Portal to your pleasure hole.
So, all jokes aside, what are we doing?
Can't believe it took the whole team of firefighters to plug her hole.
They didn't even come close. It was just right down the... Sorry.
Yes, they did not come yet.
You're not.
Listen, we earned that explicit tag on iTunes, all right?
It's not just my fault.
All right, everybody, call 911. They need reinforcements.
We done?
So, yeah,
As I said,
I think so.
We got the people out.
They are milling about as well. Congratulations on not letting them die. Very heroic.
Hopefully they're clapping and happy. And can I borrow one of them so that way I can life drain one life from them?
Consent.
Hurt.
I mean, you can do you. Hey, I need a word with you.
I mean,
Would you say that working here sucks?
At least ask for the hot fireman.
I mean,
yeah. Good job. Oh.
Or you could pat all of them, just take a little sip for each.
You can take
Good
volunteers.
game. Good game.
You can
Good
take, you can take volunteers, you know.
Yeah.
I mean that's true.
I mean, work the beach dude thing.
Bye, everybody.
My charm is quite high. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if you want to charm one of them, by all means.
to get a health back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so those are some big and strong muscles.
I mean, I want to kill him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why you
willingly and
ask
yeah.
for volunteers.
Ask for consent. Like, hey, can you help me top off? I'll
Hey.
make it worth the while.
Do you mind if I suck you? Yes, absolutely. What just happened? I mean, you said yes.
Listen, we're already familiar with each other. You've seen deep into my hole. What constitutes a scene in this system?
So this would have finished a scene as we wrap up.
I got 6.
Okay. So all of my degradation and burnout stuff
Yes.
comes back.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna head back down the road towards the, giant fireball we had.
Okay.
And she went for like a couple steps and keep walking fine.
Okay.
And when I get up to Psych over here, I'm gonna heal him.
Okay.
However, how much needs to get up.
He's just passed out. He hasn't taken damage.
They're not gonna stop your bleeding.
And it is the start of a new scene, so you would start like waking up and coming conscious. It would take you a minute or two, but
Does the resolve I got
This will
go
get you
with?
back up.
you can go ahead because we are doing episodes. I'm gonna say this is one session, so you can keep that.
So,
I think every hour having resolve reset would be a little bit unfair to you guys. So
Suckout's going to go ahead and start getting up and dusting himself off and wiping the blood away from his nose and say, well, I guess they got away, but we stopped whatever.
We got the box.
We got the box. All right.
Now what's in the box?
Gwyneth Paltrow's
Well-
severed head.
now you start with the box.
Spoilers, man.
Yeah.
All right. So you walk back up to the guys and the girls. Y'all regather.
Did y'all succeed?
We got a box. A box of what? I don't know. We got a box.
They got away, but I stopped them from getting this. I gesture in the vague direction of wherever the thing is, and it's probably off a little bit. He doesn't know where exactly he put it, so he's probably like about 15 or 30 degrees off.
Mm-hmm.
It's over there.
Adjust.
So
There.
is somebody gonna go get it?
It's right by the front of the building.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know what it is?
No, we don't.
So do we want to know what it is, or do we just want to hand it back?
I'm going to
I want about 10 cheeseburgers right now.
I mean,
I'm going to try to mind read some of the scientists to see if any of them know what this is.
Okay. Making it easy or an average check. Just one success needed. Okay, so how many successes did you have?
10.
All right, well, you beat the 2 of the lowly scientist. Turns out that the one that happened to look over at the box was actually the project designer of said box. It is actually what they call Formina box. It has been developed for terraforming to make deserts lush oases, to regrow forests, to basically turn the environment into whatever you need. Now, that clearly didn't have any military applications because they couldn't turn anything into no man's zones and deprive water sources from people, and they totally don't want that. I mean, they would never think about that. Wait, why am I thinking about this now? Wait. Good thing nobody can hear me.
So, Seckout's going to communicate with the rest of the team telepathically and tell them this device is used for terraforming, turning desolate environments into lush, verdant ones. I wonder if it could clean my apartment.
Is your apartment that bad?
Marisol just gets a flash of a mental image of a pretty tidy apartment, but when in her mind's eye she opens one of the doors, a closet full of butterscotch candies pours out at her.
You have odd problems.
well, technically, if it's that bad, you could just go stay in our home base, since that is apparently what we have now.
How do you feel about a landslide of caramel?
I mean,
Well, butterscotch. It was butterscotch.
I will just not let it touch me.
That's probably the moment when Damien comes out and he's like, I'm sorry, a what now?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you won't get sticky.
In Damien's mind's eye, he imagines a fairly tidy apartment, and when he reaches for a door and opens it, inside is a little goblin man sitting at a computer, and he like turns around and sees Damien and just immediately puts his hands over the screen like, "Can you knock for us next time?"
An orc slowly caresses your back. Oh, no!
Which is odd because Damien doesn't need to open doors.
Does that mean you don't have doors in your apartment?
No, Damien just doesn't need
Oh
to
yeah,
open
that's
doors.
the no, you. Yeah.
Mm.
10 cheeseburgers. Need. Brain function's not happening.
You can't afford to make words good.
Yeah. Low blood sugar. It takes lots of work to, do all that we did today in the last hour.
Anyone have any idea why our animal-themed rogues gallery would take something like this?
I mean, it would be very useful to get rid of all the...
If you could manufacture the perfect environment for yourself.
Oh, yeah, that too. I was thinking more along the lines of getting rid of people.
Now,
If
all
you
of
turn
y'all would
everything to a
know.
desert.
All of y'all would know now that y'all had a chance to see some of these villains. You'll know that these people actually don't work together. It is very odd to see Kiki the evil dolphin and Crystal the chinchilla working together. Yes, they're both animals, but they generally don't team up. They're kind of the antithesis of each other. One is big, smashy. The other is very smart. It's odd to see them teaming up.
Pinky and the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Big Smashy and smart Splodey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Damien is gonna look over and... What happened if you set that off in the city? Kind of looking at Psych Out.
Psych Out's going to, glean from that scientist's mind again.
Mm-hmm.
And just plant the suggestion of, oh gosh, what if this got set off in the city, this and this would happen, and just see what the scientist... Being subtle about it as you can.
Yeah, of course. And I'm just going to give that one to you because you rolled so high. He starts thinking hypothetically, like, well, oh crap, the foreman box is out here. Oh man, if this went off, that would be really bad. So we could lose all the water in the city. We could make a mountain, which right on the edge of the ocean could create tsunamis across the world. Like, this could have gone real bad.
And then Psychout's going to turn to Damien and say, rocks fall, everyone dies.
No.
Give me a perception check, guys.
3.
2.
6.
7.
Alright, everyone who rolled 3 or more sees through the smoke on a building across the way, a good little ways away, you'll see the retreating form of Black Heron. So he seems to have been in the background watching how y'all handled this, and he is now fleeing.
I'm going to try to... How far away is he?
He's outside of vision distance, so it's outside of distance, so it'd be within extreme.
Okay.
As far as the range bands go.
So I probably couldn't reach him with any of my telepathy or anything?
Your telepathy, you might be able to do. You'll take -2 dice against it.
Okay. Go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay.
I didn't get a single. I got one success.
You can't reach him.
Wow, that was
Can I try to
classic roll.
blink to him?
You can try. Yeah, absolutely.
Classic roll.
Hey, I didn't see him at all. I'm too busy trying to do a mental map of where the nearest bird voice is.
Alright, make a blink roll.
The dice are giving you plot armor.
So it would seem. He eludes you. Y'all have been on the team together for quite some time, so he seemed to, after he left the site, he seemed to have zigged or zagged. He just seems to have vanished at this point because you poof,
So
I can't see him.
over there.
I'm gonna walk over to Marisol. You still have all that information, don't you?
Yeah.
Where does he live?
I'm trying to remember what the thing said.
So that is actually an interesting piece of information.
It's not on there, isn't it?
Correct. But before you share that, well, on looking at the others' files, it has nothing on file for them either on where they live.
Damien is going to flip back through his notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Was there ever an instance where so we fought Captain Starling fairly frequently, right?
Mhm.
Was there ever an instance where one of us, which is to say the four of us at the table, saw Captain Starling and Black Heron in close proximity?
Yes, actually you have. In the very last combat that y'all had, there would be still news footage going on because they were like, where are they? Yes, they are, in fact, and they've been seen trading blows. And so, yes.
You said that there had been files on a skunk themed
Strike. Or streak. I'm sorry.
Streak. And her power set was what exactly?
She had super speed and irritant.
Yeah, but nothing mind control related.
Mhm.
I'm gonna think if any of the villains we've ever fought have been have some sort of mind control and that have an animal theme.
As far as you know, no. Even Captain Starling, one of your most major villains, he hasn't been known to have mind control. But if you recall, in the computer with all the database, Captain Starling's power set was oddly lacking.
Psych Out's going to go ahead and gesture in Marisol's direction. Says, "Can you hit redial on that phone and hand it to me, please?"
Sure. Beep. There you go. Have fun.
This is
What kind of task does she have?
the FBI. How can I help you?
Hi, Agent Barter. We just stopped Kiki and Crystal from stealing a terraform box from Environ.
Oh crap, those guys again.
Again,
Yeah.
Wasn't aware they worked together.
No, not those two again. I'm talking about Environ. It seems like that's just the revolving door. It's a supervillain supermarket. You need a questionable scientific technology, and you just go on down to Environ.
Won't be happening for a while. Takes them a while to repair the damage.
But good job on stopping. You said Kiki and Crystal?
Yes, that's a strange thing. And I think Black Heron might have has either been controlled by something or he's turned against us.
Has Black Heron even shown up? We've been missing you guys for a couple of weeks now. He still hasn't shown up on our radar yet.
Well, we were as I said, we were trapped within what you said was our base. I guess someone took it over and messed with our minds. And he got out without even waiting for us, and we just spotted him watching us as we stopped Kiki and Crystal, and then he just left without saying a word.
Ah.
Very rude.
Yeah. Well, this didn't come from me. And you know how this normally goes. We've had some rumors. If he was looking for the terraformer, then you might go down to the docks and check out, because if I were an evil villain trying to enact some heinous plot, where would I be using, or how could I take this out of the city? The docks are a natural choice, and there might be a shipment coming in that I don't know about.
Good to not know.
Yeah. Of course, I'll actually not put any resources on looking to see if I can turn any info up on Black Heron for you, because that would be completely illegal for me to use resources for personal gain. But if anything happens to come across my desk, I can reach you at this number.
Sure. If a girl answers the phone, just talk about your cats for a second.
Yeah, I was going to say, why are you traveling? Oh, no, I see. She's the newest addition. I got you. All right. Click.
Damien is going to pull Paris aside. So, how far up can you make a portal?
I mean, I would imagine as far up as I can see.
It's done.
Not quite that.
Not quite that high.
Yeah.
Don't stare at the sun.
Yeah, Damien is just going to walk over and kind of nudge that box a little, or try to nudge the box. So, why don't you send that somewhere? It's not going to cause any problems. And just kind of point up at the sky.
You mean orbit?
I mean, if our goal is to make it inactive, we should probably just rip out whatever makes it tick.
Or I can go boom. And, terraform the city.
I'd rather not chance setting that off. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But
Oh no, take out. It needs a power source, right?
Maybe.
Oh, I got an idea.
Maybe I should make a tech roll.
I was gonna say,
Absolutely.
yeah.
A very basic tech roll.
You're looking
Oh,
for
hell.
2 successes.
Yeah, I got 4.
Awesome. So you know that it generates its own power. Solar powered in that it does take ambient light sources, solar light sources, and converts it into the power that's used to terraform. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
psych.
need a plug.
Can I borrow your jacket?
You take it off of.
Oh, yeah.
Over my dead
I mean,
butterscotch.
if you take that, I don't know that I could make
Hey,
the portal.
Hey, go charm a lab coat off of some
No, wait.
scientists.
I've got an idea. I'm going to try to mind control that scientist lead to plant the suggestion in his mind that he should sabotage this machine so that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Okay, so that will be a brutal check because that is against everything. So that'll be 4 successes required. That's against everything that
He stands for.
And he does. Well, he has a low willpower. He does have a willpower. So that means you'll need a total of 5 successes.
Fucking fired.
Well, to be fair, this is he is the program designer. This is his baby, so he very much does not want to see it destroyed.
So,
Yeah, 1.
my question is, if I make a portal up in space, or high enough,
Mm-hmm.
is that going to set it off?
It's solar powered, so putting it closer to the sun will make it really powerful.
Yeah.
Well, it's only going to charge it as much as the battery will allow it to charge, and as long as nothing hits the activation thing, it should be fine up there. But there is junk up
I was
there,
gonna say
and
there's.
it might be temperature sensitive.
Yeah.
Is it temperature sensitive?
With 8 successes, it doesn't seem to be temperature sensitive.
Okay, so that's one thing we can not worry about. But there is stuff up there. It's a small chance we're gonna.
Oh, so can I life drain it and drain it of all its power that it has soaked up so far?
I think that only works in.
You can try. Yeah.
You can, but I don't think it's gonna do much. Cause
So it's going to do physical damage to it. The way, because of her vampirism, the way the rules work, she can do life drain on something. She just won't gain health from life draining it, but it does do physical damage to the things.
I got 2.
All right, so you go up to it, and you start going, and you start laying your hands on it. You start draining it, and you see parts of it going, and you hear.
Oh, I'm gonna jump back.
Yes, that's what I was trying to avoid.
Oh, well, I thought draining of the battery it would.
Yeah, I think
It's sitting in the sun.
You start to hear, oh God, and the scientists are all coming over here, starting to power it down.
So we can say that's my that's my curse.
Yeah, of course. Get a point of resolve.
You try to drain it, and you managed to accelerate it. That's impressive.
Oh.
All right.
So.
You'll now have some panicked scientists for some reason, and you hear a.
Well, that thing sounds really dangerous. We should take a crowbar to it.
I mean, I could just stop it, but I don't want to.
Damien is just send it away now, send it away.
Okay, I'm gonna try to open a portal to somewhere way up there.
Okay, so roll a portal roll.
I'm gonna try to shunt it through there with telekinesis.
Okay,
We're gonna
all
hope for
right.
orbit.
Add 2 dice to it.
We're hoping for
So,
orbit, not terminal
you
velocity. Or
only
shot in space.
technically need an easy success to move it. So that means any success is going to technically move it. So roll. Let's see how many successes, and we'll see how far you move it.
There's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, 6 successes on a travel power. Let's see.
Figured to move it somewhere where there's no light.
All right.
You'd have to know a place.
Yeah.
Oh, closet.
Let me actually. I'm gonna have to bust open the book for this.
Our base.
Oh, yeah, our base.
Yeah, it's the Starling got in.
Yeah,
The
but
Starling could still be in.
That's true too.
Unless we're all hallucinating, that's why we couldn't find him.
Maybe just a hole in the ground. You know, I know where some dead bodies are buried. So
Did you put them there?
I mean, so
Let's see.
can't I just put it with one of the dead bodies in the coffin?
About that.
Is there enough clearance for that?
I mean,
Telefrag it.
There's no
That's
sun.
great.
The dark side of the moon.
So you have 6 successes, you said?
Yes.
Let's see. You know what? We're going to do one of 3 things.
Okay.
So 1, 2, you teleport it to the ocean.
Okay.
3, 4, you teleport it up to the atmosphere. And on a 5 or 6, you teleport it to the moon.
Okay.
Slightly
Moon.
beyond the range, but... So you teleport it up to the atmosphere.
Okay. So now
Directly
we're
above
floating
you.
island.
Okay, is it orbit, terminal velocity, or space?
So we're talking about the stratosphere, meaning it will come back down.
Terminal velocity.
Yeah. And so, let's see.
A big huge island just falling down because now it's created an island.
Maybe.
I think it needs existing terrain.
All right. So, as y'all see this thing go way up there, It starts falling through the clouds, and it enters the clouds,
Maybe we should move.
and y'all hear a,
Uh-oh.
and you'll see in the clouds a little thunder and rumble and a rumble and a rumble. And then out of that you hear, and suddenly this large, fluffy, cumulus cloud turns into dirt and starts chunking down. Now let's see if it lands in the countryside or in the city. Odds and evens. You got lucky. So out in the country, some poor cow just gets has several tons of dirt just come crashing down on it. It destroys part of the countryside. You've probably killed a few farmers, but on the bright side, it didn't go off in the middle of the metropolitan area.
I mean, that's true. I could send some butchers over there to get all the meat.
Dirty meat. Well, fortunately, you've already buried everyone that's dead,
I mean,
right?
there you go.
So, I mean, could have gone worse.
See, now I know even more
Wow.
people that are buried.
So
Wow, we suck.
Damien is able to manifest
And not in fun ways.
and just flicks Paris in the back of the head.
Ow! What was that for?
Stop thinking with your fangs.
Why? It's like the biggest thing on me.
And the thing's falling, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, yes.
It falls with the dirt, and it probably does not land softly.
No, well, at this point, it is basically inert metal. Like, it was broken, it shot its shot, and,
Now it's in a hole.
yeah, now it fell from very, very high and burned up on.
It makes up its own impact crater.
You just described the college experience. Very high, shooting shot in a hole.
Now like 6 feet.
Our next question is,
And I mean,
are we sure that they don't have another one of these?
Yeah, I'm going to use my telekinesis on that lead scientist to see, at least we still have the other one, or anything like that.
Okay.
Let's see where they might be stored. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
You can see him, like, you don't even really have to read his mind. You get more reading from his mind, but you see him staring through this portal, basically down into, like, so Porter made this hole underneath the thing, so it fell, and he's actually looking down at the ground, down to the clouds as they turn into dirt, and his beloved little baby becomes a tiny little speck that crashes way over here. And you can just see his hopes and dreams going down with that, and probably his career. So no, there is not another one. That was the prototype.
He works at the Superdome supermarket. His career's already going down the toilet.
But it was a very prestigious toilet.
That was just regular old crapper.
Okay.
Well, good news is they don't have another one of those. The bad news is...
Now he's going to have to be a software designer.
So when you say that, Damien's gonna look up, still just kind of like glaring at Paris
I
for a
did
second,
it.
and then look over to. Do they happen to have a psychic research division?
Do they?
From what you know, you're not certain. That is not his department. And this is one of those that the middle finger doesn't talk to the index finger, let alone the left hand talk to the right.
This guy's career is basically ruined anyway.
Yeah.
I'd like to, like... I hate being invasive like this, but this is very dangerous information.
Okay.
I'd like to erase the memory of having built this thing from his mind.
Okay. All right. He ain't gonna remember.
I was goose.
Nothing.
Damn.
While that's going on, Damien is going to he's going to become visible. Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Based off his one.
He's drooling here. Not only did you succeed.
I'm not going to.
Meant to erase his doctorate.
I don't erase his knowledge, but I erase the fact that he was ever assigned to this project from his mind, and replace it with supervising like a massive
puppies.
a butterscotch factory, and for some reason he was building a machine to make butterscotch candies, and he fucked up, and it caused a massive explosion.
Now it's black licorice.
What is he with you and butterscotch?
Maybe you'll find out.
While they're having that intense stare down, Damien is going to walk around and just like, I need to speak to a supervisor. He's just going to start walking up and working his way up the chain of scientists that were rescued.
All right. Well, make a charm roll. They are still pretty friendly with you, so.
3 dice, huh?
Hey.
I got a success.
Okay, well, that meets it. So you met the success, which means that you technically succeed. I get to embellish a little bit. So what information are you looking for?
So basically, I'm just going to be walking up to people and going, asking name, rank, and department, trying to find if they have any kind of, because they both said something along the lines of this being a supervillain supermarket, which is a great episode title, by the way. And now they've got me on this idea of if they have any kind of division that does work with people's memories or brains, or if they're doing any kind of mind-altering research.
You get a company rep out, like as you're going through and talking to the scientists and like, hey, I need to. You see a little pencil pusher run out and be like, oh no, I'd be happy to help you, and I'd like to let you know that we greatly appreciate you mostly protecting our people and our projects. It cannot be stated enough how much we appreciate you stepping forward and protecting our dear city. But I have to say that all proprietary information of a potential memory-altering drug or operation can neither be confirmed nor denied at this time.
So,
How old is this guy?
He's probably like early 20s. Like
I'm gonna hear that this going on and what he's trying to do, and that you're playing around with him. And since I want out of the sunlight for a few minutes, anyways, I'm gonna blink to places within the building I know didn't fall or anything to try to read just like a sign in each room or something to see what it is. Maybe that this is the this type of lab. This is this type of lab. Some type of.
I will give it to you that you can blink around. Being the supervillain supermarket, they actually don't label anything around here.
Okay.
It is.
If you don't know it, you shouldn't be in this department.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy is gonna, be spewing his corporate jargon, and Damien's gonna reach up and like push the sunglasses down a little bit. Listen, young man, I appreciate what you're doing, and I do admire loyalty. But if you don't tell me, and he's just gonna point at Psych Out, I'm going to have that man rip it out of your mind. He points at Marisol's. I'm going to have her rip it out of your body. It points to where Paris was and says, I'm going to have, when she comes back, she's going to eat the remains. And then I'm going to personally go through every room in the building and turn over everything I find to the public.
Give me a command.
I'm in a hurry. Oh, this is not good.
Well, neither is his roll. So.
I'm gonna go ahead and aid him on that. I can hear what
Yeah, be the boogeyman, baby.
One.
You technically met it. So you succeed in intimidating this gentleman, but he fears for his life, not just from you, but from Environ, and you can very much tell, like he is scared. He wishes he wore his brown pants.
And I'm gonna scare him even more because I heard all this through the mind link, so I'm gonna blink right behind him.
He's already shat himself. Like,
I mean, Marcel's probably the least intimidating looking person out of this bunch right now.
So, just as an aside, this, as the FBI agent said, this kind of has the reputation of the supervillain supermarket. Like, oh no, we've been robbed again. So, having heroes there was already making him nervous.
I'm gonna go ahead and probe his mind to find, like, do they have a psychic research
Okay.
division?
Well, not even having to do that. Like, this is all building up to what I was going to say. Is like, he very much wants to tell you, but he doesn't know. Like, they sent him out, like, get them gone, get them off the property. And he's like, I'll tell my managers. I don't know. I've been working here. I was interning last week. I got hired, and then this fucking chinchilla showed up, and now y'all are supposed to be the heroes, and y'all are terrifying.
I mean, we're terrifying what?
Here, have a butterscotch. and
Will this kill me?
no, it's
We have a department for that.
The only way it would kill you if it was poison from sitting around too long on its own, but I don't think that's the case. Actually, can I have one of those?
He very much wants to tell you. He wants to tell you.
I don't think we should.
In fact, he might even tell you whatever you want to hear at this point. He just...
Damien does that, like, just stares at him over the glasses for a solid minute. And I can just tell if somebody's lying to me anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So, just give him a smile. Well, I'd look for a different job if I were you, and I'd just start walking towards the labs. I'm gonna go through it room by room if I have to.
No, we need to get to the docks probably at some point.
I'll catch up.
Okay. All right. So you can spend your time doing that. What are you looking for?
I'm just gonna go through anything that hasn't been anything that hasn't been burned or destroyed, and I'm pretty much looking for their technologies division.
Okay.
'Cause,
You're very unfamiliar with computers, though, right?
yes, but the thing is, I'm like, you can tell chemical labs, you can tell like vehicular labs, like you can start looking, you can start eliminating these large scale things.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start finding like personal projects.
Okay.
And see if I can find anything that's, even if it just is me reading, like opening filing cabinets, reading through, getting like keywords, like, this isn't what I'm looking for, toss it, pull the next file.
All right. So give me a daunting check on investigation. That's going to be 3 successes necessary, and then we'll go from there.
3 successes.
All right. So you get just enough.
What I'm looking for is something that can help these fools regain memory of the time lost.
Okay.
If they have some kind of like intelligence booster or...
As far as intelligence boosters, basically you find the equivalent of psychic cocaine, which is gonna give you a good mental boost. They have found that it is highly, highly addictive, and it only causes brain bleeds in only about 30% of the test subjects.
In the mental link, I'm like, bring some. I'll try it.
Like, I'm not that desperate.
But they're still very much in the experimental phase on that.
You really think I want to make the voices louder? You're crazier than I am.
Yeah, don't burn out from manifesting at least.
I'm not that smart. It'll make me smarter.
Spoken like someone who's not smart.
I'll grab some and basically stash it away for later.
Okay. All right.
Slip it in my drink so I don't know, and then y'all can really see.
What happened to Porter? Portals everywhere. Portals, man.
Okay, but as he's doing that, we should make our way to the docks. Probably hail a cab or something, or see if any of the police that show up will
I
give us a
can
ride.
charm one of the police officers.
Well, not for nothing. Can't you make portals?
I mean, yes.
I mean, it was funny with the firefighters and everything because they were already going there.
boring. I do that all the time.
Okay.
Charming a police officer or you know,
By all means, absolutely.
stopping a car and
Okay, fine. That'll be plan A. Portal's plan B. Okay?
okay, let's try charm first.
All right.
I mean, him over there, he's kind of cute. Can we?
Go.
Make a charm.
Do.
They all look the same to me.
But
Not to mention, you know, I'm not feeling very good. Y'all have me out in the sunlight.
What's the blonde thing?
it is actually now
I
about
suck.
8 o'clock. Wow.
Yeah.
I only got 2 successes. You charmed the police officer.
Okay.
And he says, I mean, yeah, if y'all all want to hop in the cruiser, I mean, it'll get squished in the back, but I'm happy to help take care
Shotgun.
of. All right. Yeah. Where do y'all need to go?
The docks.
The docks.
Okay.
You want to be a hero with us?
No. God no.
Oh. Wow.
I might.
They don't pay me enough for that.
I mean,
Wait, you're getting paid?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, wait, you are?
And so y'all load up into the cop car?
I could double what you're making.
Well, we know who the sugar mama is around here.
I don't.
That's-
I already shouldn't be taking you anywhere because y'all are masked vigilantes.
That's cool.
I'm happy to help, but bribing a public official maybe not.
It's not a bribe. It's a.
Put
thank
me
you.
in a really
It's a
hard
thank
spot.
You.
Just ignore her. This is how she flirts.
Or how about this? We had a drive-through. We load up on stuff for these poor scientists to, get over shock.
Uh-huh.
And hey, you have a perfectly good excuse to be leaving for a
Oh,
minute.
there you go.
Okay, I could
We'll
go for
load
some
you up with
donuts.
some food.
All right.
How would you buy me some too, please?
Okay.
All right, so instead of the docks, we're going for donuts. I
And
can
then-
get behind
and
this.
then you drop us at the docks on your way back. How about that?
Oh,
Yeah?
yeah, I can. That's fine. I'm good with getting a kid home.
And you never saw us.
Want a butterscotch?
I have a body cam on.
Okay, that's true.
Fortunately, I have seen you.
I'm joking, body cam.
Click. Donut time.
So as they're driving away, Damien is just going to, pull up. He's got this armload of research papers and just watch them pull away. Pull out a cigarette. And what is the nearest newspaper office?
It'll be the New Haven Gazette. It's going to be probably about 6 blocks that way, so
Yep.
not too long.
He'll just, damn it, and just cursing to himself as he walks that way.
Okay.
He's going to
Now-
find a reporter to turn this info over to.
Now, not for nothing, you're intangible, correct?
Correct.
Can you make other things intangible?
It doesn't say. It's just I have one. Like I can turn it on, and I can manifest if I don't burn out.
Okay, so what you're having to do as you leave the facility, so by all means, you grab the research papers.
Mhm.
Even if you're invisible, they see these research papers
Just floating along.
coming.
That's fine.
Let's see.
So once we get to the donut place, can I just open a portal for
Make it
Damien
fit.
to come through?
You don't know where he's at right now.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, he may even beat you to the docks. No.
Yeah, for all we know, he's doing his thing and he'll be out in like 3 hours.
Oh, that's true.
I just rolled to see if anyone was going to make any trouble for you. You're solid. They figure it was way above their pay grade to have to deal with that after everything's burning down. So you managed to get it to the Gazette.
So I'm just going to walk into the editor-in-chief's office.
Visible, invisible.
Visible.
Okay.
So we'll say I grab 2 packets of that random psychic powder, shitload of research notes. Just going to throw it on his desk.
What is this?
Just,
It ain't the dead dick himself.
Is he?
I heard you was missing.
I have had a remarkably bad day. I am in a terrible mood. And if you want a Pulitzer, you'll get someone on this.
Pulitzer, you say. You think real high of yourself.
How do you feel about bringing down one of the largest companies in the nation
I mean...
and attaching our names to it?
Well, I'd definitely like to attach my name to it. So, yeah, sure. What do we got here?
Research notes from Environ.
Oh, Environ. I heard them boys have given you a hard time a time or two.
Let's just say I'm terminating some of their contracts.
Ah,
Cleaning up loose ends. And
Well-
I pull out my notebooks. I hate loose ends.
yeah, absolutely. I do too. And if I run this story, not only do I got Environ's goons coming after me, I've got all those damn supervillains who get supplied by these guys.
Put my name on it.
Oh, yeah. I'm fine with that.
As I go to walk away, I just turn back. Make it seem authentic. Use the phrase jive turkey in there somewhere.
Jive turkey. I think I'm going to have to add a corn-fed fool in there, too.
Works for me.
All right.
Just let them know that we're going after anybody who supplies these villains.
All right. And I'm just going to put it by Dick.
You don't have anyone in your department named that, do you?
No.
Works for me.
Except Louie.
Then I'll just walk out the door.
Okay. All right. What? And you head towards the docks? You heading somewhere else?
Yeah, as I'm walking through the garage, I'll just kind of be like scoping out the cars.
Mm-hmm.
Just pass by this like old 70s Buick.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mind if I do. And I'll just hop into it and take off towards the docks.
Perfect. All right. Y'all stop at the Donut King. It is both burgers and donuts.
I'm going to play into my insanity by getting a burger donut.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have the triple decker. It's got the bottom bun is the donut, the middle bun is the donut, and the top bun is the donut.
You know, that sounds a great way to put calories in you real quick.
Yeah, and
I'm on board.
you have the sauce. It's their secret sauce. It's actually the glazing for the donuts. So they'll dip the meat patty in the glaze and then add some tomatoes and pickles and more glaze.
You're getting so many napkins before anybody eats anything.
I'm just putting it on the record here. If this is going in Suna's snack bar, you're the one that's cooking it. The donut glazed burger.
The triple decker.
But gonna order it. And,
Absolutely.
I'm right there with you. I'm gonna.
but then I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to stuff the wrapped thing in my coat pocket because I imagine I get my coat back at this point since the sun's down.
Yeah. So it immediately soaks through. So not just grease, but also glaze. So you've got like a sticky mess. So fantastic for the insanity. Go ahead and gain a resolve.
Oh my God.
And it for you as you eat it,
And
it is a great mix of salty and sweet. Oh God, you just Wilford Brimley.
I have fast regeneration here. Okay.
You starred in a semi-famous movie with Kurt Russell.
Yes, and Kevin Bacon.
That's the deluxe. Instead of the middle bun being a donut, the middle bun is an apple fritter that's been coated in bacon and deep fried again.
Yep.
I actually have something in mind for this, so.
Oh, dear Lord.
Well, I've filled the trunk with donuts and burgers and stuff for the cop to take back.
You have single-handed.
She just walks in and is like, I'll have all of it.
got some people in
I'm
shock.
actually going to buy the franchise too. All right, so that took a moment. The cop is somewhat perplexed because they laugh about the donut burger, but they've never actually seen anyone enjoy it. So yeah, they're now chowing down. This just brings like a certain chicken place to mind where they have the chicken patties as the buns.
Seth, do you have a note card?
Yeah.
And so, y'all manage to make it to the docks. As y'all get there, you'll see a 1970s car just sitting there idling, and somehow it has the ghost of a cigarette seeming to like smoke coming out from underneath its hood as if it were smoking. As y'all arrive to the docks, the officer drops y'all off, says, "Thank you so much for this bounty." And he's like,
Go make those poor shocked people happy.
"Yeah, and I've got to get going."
And bribe your cop friends with more donuts.
And the firemen.
You were
Don't
never
forget to
gone.
feed the firemen.
You can beat them in the softball game, but they appreciate donuts too.
As y'all reach Dartle Pier, it is very much a thriving harbor. So even though it's later at night, you're still seeing multiple stevedores, sensing multiple stevedores unloading ships. You have lots of shipping containers. You have just a thriving dock market where they're serving all kinds of hot foods and probably loose women. You're not entirely certain.
Just women?
I mean, no.
Equal opportunity around here.
It is very much. But that is what y'all walk up to.
So, any idea what we're looking for?
Going to do a quick mind scan and see if any ships have come in lately that match the description or kind of match what Agent Barter was telling me.
Agent Barter was very thin on details, just that something was coming in.
Okay.
So, I mean, yes, you can just skim off of multiple mines that ships have come in, but there's so many shipping containers and shipping cargo that you don't pick up anything useful.
So, let's see if I sense Black Heron anywhere around.
Okay, you can make a roll.
I've got 2, 3, 4, 5.
Excellent. You scan multiple mines around the pier and the dock. You don't feel his mine signature anywhere around. So no, Black Heron is not there.
Want to check for Starling?
Yeah. Okay.
For all the bases?
All right. Make another roll.
maybe even the chinchilla and the
Yeah. I'm really just going for anybody
you run into today.
not even just people on.
Ooh. Nice.
Finally. All right.
How many did you get?
6, 8, 10, 11.
You're not entirely certain, but you may sense somebody that might be Captain Starling. You can't pinpoint exactly where, but the thought patterns, the mental signature is similar. It may be Captain Starling.
Right. I think we might have Captain Sterling here. Let's see if we can find out where he might be hiding his goodies.
Well, and with that, we have a potential Captain Starling, we have the docks, and that's actually where we're going to call it on this episode as we come up to the next adventure. Is there anything that you guys would like to add, comment, plug, other than Porter's Hole?
No, she's doing a good job of getting that plugged by herself. What was the name of that donut burger place?
That was Donut King.
Donut King?
Yes.
I would like to make a note that I don't want to forget, Psych Out still has the donut burger in his pocket.
Yes.
Because he's saving it for later. Whether that means he's going to eat it or do
Shove it in
something
someone's
else.
face?
Yeah. We'll see.
Greasy, gloopy mess.
Mm. This is why I made sure she got a pile of napkins this tall.
So glad I don't have to wear the jacket right now.
You might have to later.
Yeah, you go and put it on and it's like sticking to you. You're like,
Sometimes, or else
I'm fine rather getting the light sickness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll find somebody else's coat to steal.
Maybe if you ask really nicely, I'll make you a metal parasol.
If it doesn't that get hot?
Not all
No.
heat is not all metal is heat cannot. So
It's
Not if Darwin doesn't want to get hot.
it's painted with Vanta Black.
Well, be sure to find us on where you find your podcast. Find us on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. Give us money. We'd like to keep doing this, please. Or not, and keep listening and give us the likes and follows. We'll take those too.
We'll take the mouth stuff.
Yes. we're-
I'm actually working on a button for the website that is just going to say pay us for mouth stuff.
God.
You should also make a button that says do the mouth stuff, and that's the share button, you know? Yeah.
I'm just saying there's a tier where you could get an NPC, and if you want Galadriel to do mouth stuff with you, there you go.
Excuse me?
We'll make another tier that you pay for Galdrian not to do mouth stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a $69 a month tier just so that you can have a character who sexually frustrates the party by doing mouth stuff or not.
Probably not. Yeah.
You know,
I mean, Iacus had a wife, right?
he had a wifeicus.
Oh, wifeicus. Waifucus. Anyway, on our join us for our
On that
next
note.
adventure.